Hey, I'm Michael Guzman. I'm the resource and media pastor for Church of God Northwest, a part of that regional team that Jerry, Fred, and Paula are on. We've recently launched this new big vehicle that we've been dreaming up together for a while. We're calling it a learning community. We've got the first one, the Proda Learning Community, that's already launched. Immersion number 1 has happened, and we've got 3 more multi-day immersions coming. We've got coaching huddles set up in between those immersions to be able to help support the leaders that are there to reach forward into the things that God is calling them to do. And we're really excited to be able to see a second one of these learning communities launched and up and running. It's going to be the second of its time. So just like the Proda is the first, we're going to have learned a whole bunch by then, put new things into practice. We'll have alumnus from the other one helping to be able to make all of it happen. But we think this kind of a vehicle where you get together and you have your main stage teachings like what you normally do at a conference or convention that you go to, but that you also like get together in workshop spaces to be able to work through the practical details from your own context with how whatever content we're discussing lands for you, and then in a group setting kind of like decide together like what would this look like to put this into practice. How could my city or my church be changed by putting these things into play? You're also going to get space to be able to just work through personally, like what is it that God's calling you to do? What are you going to do about these things? A lot of times, as a leader, there's just a lot of things that God's working into your own story, your own testimony, while you're simultaneously leading a spiritual family forward in whatever it is that you happen to be doing. All of that together in a 3 or 4 day immersion, there's different versions of it depending upon the time and space that we have, is really producing some great results. And it's not so much that we're like trying to wow people with the content. And I do think you will be wowed though. It's not that we're getting together and, I don't know, pulling out all the stops and this is just the best gathering in the whole world with the highest technology. That's not what we're trying to do. I think what we truly experienced is what happens when a spiritual family gets together and really loves one another and really depends on the Spirit of God to show up in the midst of that community. I'm just thinking back right now about when we were together in April for that first one, and on the way home after it was all done, when there's that flood of, relief at the end of an event that you put together, I was just going back through my memory banks, thinking about all the ways that we had seen the Spirit of God show up in individuals' lives, and I was just thinking that this is what we dreamt of. Like we're experiencing the breakthrough that we had longed for. So I think you should really get plugged in to this next one.